Great. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class I'm calling Ghosh Flow Yoga. We're going to follow the sequence of 26 and 2 yoga, but then we will add in some optional sun salutations as well as optional variations of the postures. Anything that doesn't work for you or just doesn't quite make sense yet, feel free to modify, skip, or do something else. This class is intended to be challenging, but you never want to go to a point of pain, a point where you can't breathe, a point that just doesn't feel right for your body. So come to the middle of your mat space. We're going to start with 2 rounds of pranayama deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth all the time against the back of your throat. Your nose and your mouth are just a passageway. Breathe as much as possible, as long as possible, as slow as possible. Don't forget to have fun. Feet together, toes, heels touch. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down, look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up slowly. Push your head back, look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, breathe in through the nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up as you exhale. Open your mouth wide, head back, look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lungs empty, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements. Elbows touch, lungs empty. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. In the first set, make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling. Push. Squeeze, elbows touch. Good. Change. Arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together. Interlock your 10 fingers. Maybe switch the grip, opposite thumb on top, and bring your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your butt. Grow taller out of the base of your spine and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathing in through the nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Push your head back. Stretch your arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, glue your ankle bones together, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up, lock your legs, weight stays in your heels, hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thighs tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale, stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, draw your belly button to the back wall, chest up to the ceiling, elbows forward, touch away from your body. Inhale, head down. So as you inhale, open your rib cage wide, expand your rib cage, expand your lung capacity. Exhale, keep your stomach in, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. So from the side, just your neck and arms are moving. You want to keep a flat back, chin down, elbows up, full lungs. Exhale, head up. So just your head drops back. No backward bending or leaning back. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, head down. Let's do 2 more breaths in the second set. And we're going to look straight ahead. Can you bring your elbows back as well as up? Exhale, head up. Can you grow taller even as you exhale? Stomach in, look back, stretch your arms forward, push all the air out, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in 1 more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, Any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue with 3 rounds of hands, with half moon with hands to feet pose that we will flow into a sort of sun salute. You'll see, I'll walk you through all of it. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead. I'm gonna stand back just a little bit, palms together. So interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your arms to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility, creating a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward to get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower, petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Come down without collapsing. So notice if you're collapsing into the left side body, lift your chin, lift your chest. It's a very proud posture. You have so much to be proud of for practicing yoga today. Try to keep left armpit away from left hips. You're lifting up and over rather than down and out. Weight stays in the heels. Squeeze your palms together and breathe through your nose. Let your breath be your guide. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day, I'll show you from the side. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head all the way back, squeeze your butt, lift your chest and bring your arms back with your ears, try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching. Keep the weight in your heels, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and then bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Go down with a flat back, hands to floor. Relax your head, go for a walk. Ooh, bend one knee, straighten the other. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down. From the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, inhale, and this time just come up halfway, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins or the floor in front of you. We're gonna transition into a sort of sun salute. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, step back into a high plank or tabletop. From here, on your next exhale, hug your elbows in, chin forward, and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other, and then try to lift heels to the ceiling, and then press your heels down to the floor. Lift your hips, press your heels down, spread your shoulders wide, and drop your head. If down dog is not working for you today, no problem. Come down into a child's pose anytime. Sink your hips down and reach your arms forward. So with the sun salutes, every plank can be a tabletop. Every up dog can be a baby cobra, and every down dog can be a child's pose. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, and step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Wonderful. So that was set one. We're gonna do 2 more. Second set, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you press your hips to the left. So this yoga class that we're taking, I'm calling Ghosh Flow. It is a nod to Vishnu Ghosh, who created a sequence of 84 postures, and Bikram, who created the 26 and 2 sequence, came from that lineage of yoga. So the 26 and 2 comes from a broader 84 postures. It's all out of Calcutta, India. And that 84 includes moon salutes like we're doing, but also sun salutes. Lengthen your arms, lock your legs, come down, push and push and push. Change and heel to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. Keep the weight in your heels, push your hips a little forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your right hip forward to get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower, petal blooming, come down, push, push, push. Change and heel to come up. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back. So notice if the knees or elbows are bending, come up a little bit, lock your legs, squeeze your tush, push your hips forward, and then actively push your hands away from your face. Arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change and heel to come up, stretch out. Exhale, bend your knees, go down. Hands to floor, relax your head. Go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Second set, notice what's a little bit more loose, what's still a little tight. There's no right or wrong. You just want to use the information your body is telling you so that you can practice accordingly, right? Second set, Padastasana, bend your knees. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from behind. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. So if you're dealing with an illness or an injury, right, there's no need to push yourself. You just take it slow and easy and listen to your breath. On the days where everything's feeling pretty good, maybe those are the days you go a little bit deeper. Try to lock your legs. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down, try to lock your knees. Change, come up, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank or tabletop. Other alternate for the sun salutes, if that lowering down motion does not work for your body, you can go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, take a vinyasa, chin forward, stomach in, lower down halfway. Inhale into your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale into your down dog or child's pose. So for down dog, keep your hands shoulder width distance. Spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Sometimes people put all of the weight in their wrists and the heels of the hands, and that can lead to wrist injury over time. So make sure you're pressing down through the fingers and the palms, not just your wrists. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. Last one, we're going to go fast. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change, inhale to come up. This is how it's done in Ghosh Yoga. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, drop to the left. Push your hips to the right. Go right to your deepest point and hold for a breath. Change, inhale to come up. Third heart opener, deep breath, full lungs. Drop your head back and go back for 5 seconds. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, go down, flat back. No warm up, just right away. Grab the backs of your legs or your heels. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face to the shins. Pull on your heels. Push your big toes down, lift your hips up, lock your knees, lock your knees, lock your knees. Change, lengthen, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to floor. I'm going to run into my Christmas tree here. Step back into your high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Spread your shoulders wide. Press your heels down. If your heels aren't touching the floor, try taking a slightly wider stance with your feet. Press the heels down, drop your head, look for your thighs. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. Awkward Utkatasana. Step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel like 11s. Arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Suck it in, hold it in tight, shoulders down, hips down, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide. Now come up all the way on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down, lean back. Touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you, heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down for 3, 2, 1. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight. From the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, come on up, knees together, push the floor away from you. Good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down. You can do second set just as you did first set, or I'll provide some different alternatives. So second set, step your right foot to the right 6 inches. You can have your arms up parallel to the floor or hands together at heart center. Everybody stomach in, chest up, bend your knees and sit down. Option to stay right here or take left elbow to outside of right knee and twist. Look up towards the ceiling. Try to get your thumbs in the center line of your body, your sternum. You can keep your hands in prayer or open the arms up and down for a nice chest opener. Good, bring your hands back together in prayer. Untwist, other side, type right elbow to outer left knee. Push, look up, try to get your thumbs in the center line of your sternum rather than the left pectoral. Option to stay here or open the arms out. Bring your hips a little to the right so that it's your spine twisting rather than your hips moving. Good, bring your hands back together at heart center, untwist and change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there, spread your toes wide. Now come up all the way on your tippy toes, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. And for the second part, if you'd like, lean forward, stick your butt out and bring your hands behind you. So palms facing each other, thumbs towards the floor, pinkies towards the ceiling. And the regular second part of this, we would lean back, but in this version, you can lean forward and try to press palms closer together. Good, change, keep your heels lifted, balance challenge, and then everybody bring your arms up parallel to the floor. Squeeze your knees together, lower your heels just a little, and slowly sit down like you're sliding your back down a wet marble wall. Go slow. Stop when there's a gap between hips and heels, abdomen in. If you have healthy knees and you'd like to test your balance, come up 1 inch and hold. Come up 1 more inch and hold. And change, slowly come up. Good, change feet together, arms down. We're gonna take an optional sun salute. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, arms with your ears, look up. Exhale into eagle pose. Exhale, swing right arm, right under left. Cross first at the elbows, again at the wrists, palms together, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down into a chair. Stay down there and bring your right leg over your left leg. Right leg over left, cross twist. And eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. And if you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Good, change feet together, arms over your head, left side. Swing left arm, under right arm, palms together, thumbs towards your face. You can also interlace fingers or grab opposite shoulders and give yourself a big hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, and bring left leg over right leg, left over right, cross twist and breathe. Bring your knees to the left and upper body to the right. You want elbows over your knees, everything pointing to the front of your mat, not to the right or left. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Second set, try to do arms and legs at once. Here we go, right arm, under left arm, right leg, over left leg. So it's the under, over. Bring your knees to the right, Upper body to the left, sit down more. You can stick your butt out and lean forward to sit down more, stomach in, and then lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Let's do the left side, arms and legs at once. Left arm under right arm, left leg over right leg, cross twist. Push your right hip a little forward, hips facing the front of your mat, left shoulder a little forward, shoulders over hips. Sit down more, relax your jaw, pull elbows down, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, optional sun salute, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank, keep exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Party time. Okay, grab a sip of water if you want. I'm realizing I don't have water, so I'm going to grab some. The good news about small apartments is it's not a very long distance between the living room and the refrigerator. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so for the next 3 postures, we're gonna balance on one leg. It's called the balancing series. It's gonna go from a forward curl to a back bend to a stretching straight spine posture. We are going to do the forward curl posture, head to knee, and back bend posture, standing bow, back to back. So you'll try to stay on one foot while you do both. It'll be fun. Standing head to knee, Pranayama, Janushrasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right thigh up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, stomach in the whole time. Option to stay here. You're working on your balance, your strength, your control, and compassion for yourself. Slowly over time, you're gonna round forward maybe 1 inch, maybe 2 inches, 3 inches, eventually pick up your foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamppost, unbroken. You have no knee. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower. Standing leg locked. If both legs lock, from the side legs make an L, like Linda, bend your elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse out. Keep your right thigh lifted. This time, point your right toes and bring your leg back, knees together. Bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle for standing bow pulling pose. Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear. Right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. If you fall out, hop back in, go a little slower. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot coming over the top of your head. From the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade scapula coming out of the body. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous. 50-50, the harder you kick, you can balance forever. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Whew, kick yourself up. If you're calf cramps in that one, me too. Shift your weight to your right leg. I'm going to show you from the side. You want to contract inner thigh as well as outer thigh. Lift your left leg up, point your toes, flex your toes. That should take some pressure off of the calf, right? You're stretching your calf and Achilles. Option to stay here or start to round down and eventually pick up your left foot, webbing to webbing grip. All 10 fingers, even your thumbs, under the ball of your foot. Now, rounding down this much can be a little intense. You're always welcome to start with your knee and thigh lifted into your chest to take pressure off of the back. If you've got a grip on your foot and you know your standing leg is locked, slowly lift your left leg up. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up until your knee is over your ankle rather than your big toe. And then really kick left heel forward, Flex your toes back, great way to stretch the back of the left leg. If both legs lock, bend elbows down, touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscle, heel forward, flex your toes back, drop your shoulders, suck your stomach in. Change, take your time. As you reverse out, point your toes, bring your knees together, left hand up, out to the left, reach back, and pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle. Bring your right arm up and back. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward as you kick your left leg back and up. So in standing head to knee pose, we rounded the spine and we flexed to the foot. In standing bow pose, we're bending the spine, right? We're doing a back bend and we're pointing the foot. And by extension, in standing head to knee, we compress the abdomen, versus in standing bow, you can let your stomach relax for the back bend. Puff up your chin and chest and slowly come down. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right. Pardon me, no, second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, stomach in, round down, and pick up your right foot. I got lost in my thoughts thinking about how the floor of my apartment building isn't very even, and so I've started to notice what parts are a little bit uneven. Okay, concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun, lift your right leg up. And I was thinking about how that was the same thing in yoga studios, right? There's always that one part of the floor that's kind of weird. If both legs lock, bend elbows down, elbows go below calf muscles slowly. Tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee, and if you can balance here, try to let go. Good. When you're ready, take your time, whoop, reverse out, try to keep your right leg lifted, point your right toes, knees together, right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, bring your left arm up, right hip forward, lock your left leg, point your right toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. That's all you have to do. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, and breathe through your nose. Lift your chin, lift your chest, try to keep hips even, so right hip down a little bit, left hip back, it's so hard, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, body down more, push your chest forward, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Last one, lock your right leg, contract inner thigh as well as outer thigh. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Keep your right toes relaxed. Lift left leg up, flex your toes back, stomach in, round down, pick up your left foot, make sure you're breathing. Relax your face, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. Notice if your foot is crossing the center line of your body. Heel down to the floor, big toe towards the ceiling. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee, and if you can balance, maybe try letting go. Maybe not. Good. When you're ready, change. Slowly come up. Take your time. Left hand up, out to the left. Reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot. Right arm up. Squeeze your right thigh. Point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. That's all you have to do. Kick into your hand. Stretch forward, breathe through your nose. Remember to keep your right toes relaxed and your left toes pointed. Lift your right kneecap, lift your chin and chest, slide right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Body down to parallel, big toe to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Very nice. Come towards the back of your mat for Dandasana, balancing stick. Next posture is only 10 seconds. Yay. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and lean back. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Shift your weight to your right foot, point your left toes, stretch up, and now tilt slowly, like a slow moving seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Stretch, 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 change. Left foot down, right foot back, arms back, lean back. Step your left foot forward, Lock both legs, stretch up first, point your right toes, and tilt. Take your time, go down slow with control. Slowly bring more weight into the ball of your foot. Stretch the index fingers forward and the big toe back. Chest down, chin forward, heel up, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Second set, you're welcome to do just like that. Otherwise, I will show you a different posture called split arm. You're gonna go basically from balancing stick and then keep going. I will show you from the side. Inhale, arms overhead. This time, just thumbs crossed, palms together. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, stretch up, and tilt. Okay, so once you're parallel to the floor like balancing stick, keep going. Split your arms, that's why it's called split arm, it's not very creative. So lift your chin and chest, but bring your abdomen down towards your thigh and your left foot up to the ceiling. So body down, heel up, lift your chin, stretch, change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, other side, step forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, stretch, and then come down to parallel. Once you're parallel, keep going like a seesaw. So bring the belly down, but keep your chin and chest lifted, looking forward at least a foot in front of you. Lift your right big toe to the ceiling, body down, lift your heel up. Good, change. Right foot down, left foot back, optional sun salute. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Heels to floor, hips to ceiling, drop your chin to your chest, look for your thighs. Root down through all the knuckles, not just your wrists. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms with your ears, look up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor, standing separate legs stretching, turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Grab your heels from behind, step on all 10 fingers, roll forward, lift your hips up, and touch your forehead to the floor. If your forehead's nowhere near the floor, take a bigger step. If your forehead's already on the floor, take a smaller step. If you can't grab your heels, no problem. Start by grabbing the outsides of your feet or your pinky toes, or start with your hands on the floor in front of you. But everybody roll forward. Find your edge. You want to bring the weight forward into the balls of your feet rather than your heels. Lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs, pull, stretch, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up. We're gonna flow to triangle pose, Trikhinasana. So once you're at the top, push your hips a little forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, and take a bigger step. Wider step, okay. Bend your right leg and lunge. Sit down as low as you can. Push your hips forward, lean back, spine straight in the middle. Move your arms like a windmill, right elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling, 6 and 12 o'clock. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, and breathe through your nose. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of the elbow and make the rotation with the upper body. Turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. Bounce a couple times or take a bigger step. Sit as low as you can, lean back, and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling. Hover your fingers between your big and second toe, never touching the floor. You want one long diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. Look up. Drop your right thigh down and then lift up. Try to get left side body off of left thigh. Turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in. Maybe take a little bit of a smaller step and bring your arms over your head sideways, palms together across your thumbs. We're flowing to standing, separate leg, head to knee, Janushirasana. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Turn your back, left toes in, and then you can push your hips forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Vertebra by vertebra, this is a rounded spine posture,
And it is one to be cautious of if you have a history of slipped discs, right? If your back is feeling a little not so good today, take it easy with this posture. Engage your abdominal wall, tuck your chin to your chest, bend your right leg. If you need to, try to touch your knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight into your front leg. Right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, stomach in. Change, slowly uncurl. Left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels. Turn your back toes in. Push your right hip forward, forward, forward. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down slowly with control. So we're going slowly, intentionally. Chin to chest. Bend your front leg. Touch your knee and head together. And to touch the knee and head together, right, you can take a wider step. You can bend your front leg, or you can try turning your back toes in more. If the forehead and knees still aren't touching, that's okay. It's just tightness in the body. Keep coming back. Slowly over time, the spine opens up, the abdomen compresses, and the forehead and knee touch. But again, you're never forcing the body, especially when we're rounding the spine. Push your forehead into your knee, block both legs, stomach in, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, float your arms down. So that was the first set of the separate leg series. We'll do a second set with optional variations, but you're welcome to do second set just as we did. So second set, arms over your head, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. So if you're doing regular stretching, Padastasana, grab your feet, pull, stretch, try to touch your forehead to the floor. Otherwise, if you'd like to try garland or Malasana pose with me, place your hands on the floor in front of you and take a smaller step. You want 2 to 3 feet between your heels. Okay, turn your heels in and your toes out. So turn your toes out so your feet make a V, and from here bend your knees and see if you can sit down. At first that'll look like this, heels way off the floor, leaning forward, very normal. Slowly over time, you're gonna press your heels down, bring your hands together at heart center and push the knees out with the help of the elbows. Know that taking a wider or smaller step might help. For a lot of people, taking a bigger step helps in this one, but for me, if my step is too wide, it's actually like, just doesn't work with the proportion of my hips. So just like all the other separate leg postures, feel free to play around with how wide your step is. Okay, good, hands to floor. If you're in squatting pose, start by bringing your heels back out so your toes point forward, lift your hips, lock your legs, and everybody together, change. Arms out to the side, slowly come up. Okay, triangle Trikhinasana. If you're in garland, take a much bigger step, push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, bend your right leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Option to stay here in traditional 26-2 style triangle. Second option, place your right hand on the floor in front of your right foot, straighten your right leg, and look up towards the ceiling. This is more of vinyasa or Ashtanga style triangle or traditional triangle. Or third option, you can join me for what's called bird of paradise. Bend your right leg again, take your right hand in between your legs like you're trying to pat your own butt, and then drape your left hand behind you, see if you can catch your hands together. From here, walk your feet back together. It is a wobbly, awkward process, especially the first few times you do it. Try to get your heels almost touching. Shift your weight to your left leg and start to lift up, lifting up off the floor. And if you can come up to standing, then kick your right foot forward. And if you're familiar with the flower, the plant bird of paradise, you can kind of see why it would be called bird of paradise, right? Chest up, shoulders back, one day spine straight. Good, place your right foot back down on the floor, take a wider step, release the bind, arms at 6 and 12 o'clock, and everybody together change. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, other side, left toes out, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. An option to stay here in 26-2 style triangle. Otherwise, put your left hand in front of your left foot, straighten your left leg, look up and stretch, or come into bird of paradise, bend your left leg,
Place your left hand, arm in between your legs. Drape your right hand behind you. See if you can catch your hands. Walk your feet back together. Shift your weight to your right leg and lift up. Just like everything else, the more you do it, the less awkward that crab walk feet together becomes. And if you can, kick your heel forward. Just like triangle in 26 and 2, you're trying to press the hips forward and lean back. Good, bring your left foot down to the floor, take a bigger step, everybody together, arms at 6 and 12 o'clock, change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in, standing separate leg, head to knee, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, pivot on your heels, one side of the room for second set, Janushrasana. So second set, you can do just like first set, arms with your ears stretch up and go down, or you can bring your hands together behind you, stretch up, and go down. So it's a little bit more of a balance challenge with the hands behind you. And once you're down there, if you have your hands behind you, feel free to interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, and start to lift your hands up towards the ceiling, and maybe even forward towards your right foot for a nice shoulder rinse. Good. If you have your hands up overhead, bring your hands back down to the lower back. If your arms are in front of you, walk your hands back together. Walk both legs, hands together, everyone. Change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up. Last, very nice. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, push right hip forward, forward, forward. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Round your spine, chin to chest. Stomach in, touch knee and head together. If you have your hands behind you, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lift your hands up and forward. As you exhale, pull your abdomen in. Okay, if you have your hands in the shoulder rinse, bring your hands back down to the lower back. Everybody lock both legs, hands together. Change, imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms with ears, head up, last. Good, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down, optional sun salute. This is the second to last one we do. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, your up dog. Exhale, your down dog. Remember, you can always take a child's pose. Hips up. Heels down, shoulders away from the ears, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. Tree pose. And we're going to flow tree to toe. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Touch your heel to your costume. Slowly let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your knees. Right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand. Option to stay here or try another fun posture called toe stand. If you want to stay here, you can try doing a fun bind where you reach your right hand behind you and catch your right big toe with right hand. Look at that. Otherwise, toe stand, fold forward, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Bring your left and right hand up. And if you can balance, try kicking your right foot forward and then drawing it back in. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor, lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. You can also come up on 2 feet, no problem. Good, change. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. Heel to costume, let your left knee drop, left hand, and if you can balance, right hand. If your foot falls like mine does, continue to hold on to your foot with your hand. Again, you can take your left hand behind you. See if you can catch left big toe with left hand. This is not from the Vishnu Ghosh tradition, it's from Ashtanga yoga, but it's kind of fun, right? Okay, so you can stay right there or you can try toe stand. Fold forward, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either side of your hips. Whew. Left hand up, right hand up, maybe kick the heel forward, maybe reverse it back. Good. Okay, when you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or you can lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then push your hips forward to come out. Good. Change, left leg down. Last optional sun salute. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor. You can step or hop back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So if you ever want to float into your vinyasa, into your chaturanga, make sure that if you hop back, you're hopping back and landing with bent elbows. So you're landing in the push-up rather than landing with straight arms. That will hurt your shoulders. On your next inhale, look forward, and you can step or practice floating forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, arms with your ears, look up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. Okay, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. We're on the floor for the rest of class. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle ever so slightly. Wonderful. So no more sun salutes. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed. Breathing normal, slow inhale. And slow exhale. So yeah, eventually in sun salutes, you will float in and out of them, which is really wonderful practice for like floating into handstands and stuff like that. I don't always teach it because I am not the best at it. I am still learning that skill, and I sometimes am like not so keen to teach something that I don't personally fully understand. But again, what I do know to be true is that if you do choose to hop back, you want to hop back and land with bent elbows rather than straight arms. If you have any questions, you're like, what is she talking about? Just ask me after class. Okay, take an inhale through your nose. And then let it all go through the exhale breath. Notice what you're thinking about. Take an inhale through your nose. And let it all go through the exhale breath. Take a moment just to appreciate your body rising and falling with every breath. It's not a miracle, but it is miraculous, right? The body is not magic, but it is magical. Okay, Padastasana when you're moving pose. First set normal, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight, white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in the lower right abdomen, massaging your ascending colon. Fun. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, nice tight grip, pull your knee out and down. If your right leg does not naturally touch the floor, try flexing your right toes back to your face to anchor the calf down. Otherwise, relax everything from your head to your toes. Good. Change. Left leg down. Both legs lift up. Grab your elbows. Each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class. Good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor without lifting your head. Look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Good. Change. Arms down and eyes open. You are welcome to do second set of wind removing pose. Otherwise, I will provide some fun alternative postures, starting with figure 4 on our back. So bend your legs up so your feet are on the floor, knees rest together. Keep your left foot on the floor, lift your right foot off the floor, steer your right knee to the right so that your right ankle shin touches your left thigh, so that if you look down the center line of your body, your legs would make a 4 shape. From here, lift your left foot off the floor and start to hug your thighs towards your abdomen. And you'll feel a nice stretch along the outer right thigh. It's good for stretching the sciatic nerve. If you have sciatic nerve pain, or if you're ever, if you know somebody with sciatica, this is the posture to do, a figure 4.
Good, change. Return your left foot to the floor, right foot to the floor, other side. Lift the left foot up, place left ankle shin area on top of right knee thigh, and then lift your right foot up and hug your thighs towards your abdomen. Try to get both shoulders, both hips, whole back flat on the floor. Good, bring your right foot down to the floor, left foot down to the floor, and then lift both legs up. And if you'd like, you can join me in Happy Baby. So for Happy Baby, open your legs wide, keep your knees bent, and see if you can catch the outsides of your feet with your hands. So I like to have my elbows insides of my knees, and then I grab feet from outside. From here, can rock back and forth, side to side, kind of rolling out the back. And if it feels good, as you roll to the right, you can straighten your right leg and then pull it back in. As you roll to the left, you can straighten your left leg. So you get a nice thigh stretch as you roll out your spine like a happy baby. Did you know that in Spanish, they call this posture bebé feliz, which should not be, I don't know why, like that shouldn't, that should be obvious, right? That shouldn't be weird, but it just makes me laugh. Bebé feliz. Okay, when you're ready, you can roll back to center, slowly release your arms and legs down. Take a breath. Okay, next we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, please skip the sit up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, cross your thumbs, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Wonderful. Turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bujongasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling like grasshopper wings. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% spine strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a cobra's tail. Feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, and lift. So, in regular 26 and 2 yoga, we're in the spine strengthening series, and we would do each of the postures with a Savasana in between. For the sake of this class, we're going to flow one posture to the other. I realized I didn't say that before we began. Change. So slowly lower down, and this time, arm straight position. Bring your arms down close to the sides of your body with your palms facing the floor. Thumbs outside, fingers inside for Locust Shalabhasana. Chin on your mat. Start to bring your arms underneath you as best you can. Right, left, right, left. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Spread your fingers wide for maximum surface area and press your shoulders down. Try to get your forearms and hips touching for leverage. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. So think about pressing your hip into your forearm to lift the right leg up. Stretch the big toe to the back wall, lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your thigh up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So you want to keep hips in line. Drop your left hip down, spiral your inner left thigh up so the sole of your left foot is flat to the ceiling. This is good practice for balancing stick tomorrow. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down, mouth on your mat, and one. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide. Feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You can do it, struggle a little harder. Don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up. Good, change, slowly lower down. This time, bring your arms out to the side like airplane wings. We are now flowing to full locust, Pranayama. So arms out to the side. Bring your feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a 747 taking off. Just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in air. So in Cobra Pose, we kept the hands on the floor, we kept the feet on the floor and lifted the chest. In Locust Pose, we kept the arms on the floor and lifted the legs. In full Locust, what we're doing now, we're lifting legs and upper body at the same time. Thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. For Dhanurasana, floor bow. Chin on the floor, bend your legs and grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with the index fingers. This is the last posture in the sequence. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. Continuously
Keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. For this version of bow, try to hold still between your ribs and hips. Notice if you're rocking back and forth a lot, little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrist straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, slow inhale, and slow exhale. So both 26 and 2 yoga and Vishnu Ghosh's lineage of yoga, the 84 sequence, they're both done in sequences, right? Like in 26 and 2 pose, we have like the balancing series, the separate leg series. We're doing the spine strengthening series here, right? The 84 sequence, it's the same thing. There's just more little series. Like there's series called like the Lotus series, the full version of posture series. There's one called the leg breaking series, which we don't do any of those postures because they're really hard, right? A lot of the postures in the 84 are tricky. So what Bikram did, which was smart, is he took some of the postures that were more like manageable or beginner friendly, and he switched up the order a little bit. So the order in 26 and 2 is different than the 84. If you're looking to the right, gently lift your head and look to the left with your right ear on the mat. And in the 26 and 2 series, we, especially on the floor, we take Savasanas between every set of every posture, because as beginners, we need breaks, right? But in the Vishnu style, there were not those Savasana breaks so much, and that's a little bit of what we're doing here. It's a little bit more energetic, sure, but when we don't take breaks between postures, I think it also helps us see more what is different between postures and also where the like connections are, where they're similar, right? So second set of the postures, you're welcome to do just as we did first set. Otherwise, we'll try out some fun variations. This would be from what's called the full version of the series. So rather than doing Cobra, we'll do full Cobra. Rather than doing bow pose, we'll try like a full bow, stuff like that. So hands on the floor, just below your shoulders. If you would like to try full Cobra, you can have your feet mat with distance and then walk your hands back a couple more inches than you would in regular Cobra. Lock your legs, push your hands down, look up and lift. And if you'd like, see if you can straighten your arms. Notice if your hips are coming off the floor. Press your hips down, drop your shoulders down, squeeze your butt, drop your head back, point your toes, squeeze your butt, and then bend your legs and try to touch your head and toes together. Good. Change, feet back down, slowly lower down, locust, chin forward, arms straight position. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can, right, left, right, left. Okay, I'm gonna give you an option for locust pose, especially if you have a tight neck. Be cautious of this one, chin forward. This time, tuck your toes under, bend your knees and try to bring your knees to your knees to your fingertips so that your butt is way up in the air. Keep your left toes tucked under. Now straighten your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up. Now you want to feel more weight in your shoulders. Lock your right leg. If you'd like, you can straighten your left leg and bring even more weight into the shoulders and chest. Change, left leg down, right leg down, other side. Lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. And again, you can straighten that right leg. You want to feel the weight in your shoulders and your chest, but not your throat. Notice how I can talk normally here. Weight should be in the shoulders, not the neck. Change, right knee down, left knee down. Grand finale, tuck your chin and mouth down. I'm going to give you a couple options here. You can do regular locust, lock your legs, point your toes, lift both legs up. If you'd like, try separating the legs and then roll forward. And one day, if you want, you can lift all the way up with your chin forward. Good, everybody change, slowly lower down. Woo. Full locust, Pranayama, arms out to the side. If you'd like, you can have your feet mat with distance again, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, squeeze your butt and lift. And if you'd like, go back, grab your thighs, your knees, bend your legs, try to touch toes to head. Otherwise, full locust, thighs up, chin up, chest up. That wasn't happening for me today. Look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. Dhanurasana, floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs. Grab your feet from the outside. And if you'd like to try a version of full floor bow, you're gonna walk your hands inside, more like we would do in standing bow. So hands on the inside, thumbs between your big and second toe. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick. Okay, so if you have your hands on the inside, you can work on rotating the shoulders. So you're going to bring the right elbow out and forward, Left elbow out and forward. One day elbows touch, drop your head back, head and toes touch. Okay, change to come out of full bow. I like to release one hand and then the other hand, good, and then change. Arms down, look to the right, left ear on your mat. As you inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. As you exhale, let your shoulders fall. Breathe in and breathe out. If you're looking to the right, gently lift your head and look to the left. Send deep belly breaths in and out through your nose to massage the front of your body. Breathe deep into any point of tension. Okay, bring your chin forward, hands to the floor. Optional 5 push-ups. I'm going to do them on my knees. Here we go. Ooh, 1, 2. So with push-ups, you want your elbows at a 45-degree angle. With the sun salutes, you want to hug your elbows in. Okay, good. Come to the top of your mat, just like we flowed the just like we flowed the, words are so hard today. Just like we flowed the spine strengthening series, we are also going to flow the fixed form series, starting with its namesake, Supta Vajrasana. Open your knees, open your feet, and as you're ready, walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. Slowly over time, sink your butt down to the floor, never force your body. If you can sit comfortably between your feet with your knees on the floor, put your hands on your feet, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is just perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips, but never a point of pain. Good, change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Come to the middle of your mat space for half tortoise, Artichomasuna. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Make sure feet are in line, but not like overlapping, right? Stretch up, chin away from your chest, and go down with a flat back. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Try to get elbows and wrists off the floor. Active arms, just the knife edges of your pinky fingers touch the floor. The rest of your arms are in the air. As you inhale, slide your fingers forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, come on up. Arms with your ears, and then stand on your knees. Open your knees 6 inches between your knees and feet, and place your hands on your lower back. Thumbs outside, fingers inside for Camel, Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Take a moment, get your bearings, squeeze your butt, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, and just start to look up towards the ceiling. One day lift your nose and your chin, one day head goes back. Eventually go back halfway, freeze in the middle, option to stay here with your hands on your back, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. If you can't grab your heels, keep your hands on your back, it's better support for your spine. Change, put your hands on your back if they're not there already, and then push yourself up without twisting your spine, head up last. Rabbit, Sasangasana, bring your knees and feet back together, sit down on your heels. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears, and grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down, chin to chest, stomach in. So this is a rounded spine posture. Another one just to be careful of if your back is in pain today. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, very nice. Head up last, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Okay. Option to take an extra long, luxurious Savasana, treat yourself, or you can join me in an abdominal wall strengthener.
If you'd like to do that, start by bending your legs so your feet are on the floor. And then lift your feet off the floor so that your legs stay bent, knees over hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers, lift your head, and bring your hands behind you at the nape of your neck, elbows wide. From here, start to lengthen your right leg to the back wall and draw right elbow to left knee so you feel your abdomen catch, and then pull back to center, bend the right leg in. Straighten your left leg to the back wall, bring left elbow towards right knee, looking slightly to the right, and then pull back to center. Straighten the right leg, right elbow to left knee, change. Straighten the left leg, bring left elbow to right knee, change, and then work at your own rate for bicycle kicks. You can gently point your toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly lower down. Okay, another sit up. Legs together, arms over your head. Flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Wonderful. Come to the top of your mat, second set, fixed firm. Open your feet, open your knees. Take your time. Walk your hands back. Sink your hips down. Put your palms on your soles. Right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head. If you always go into this posture every time, easy peasy, next step to get a deeper thigh stretch, you're gonna squeeze your butt and gently lift your hips off the floor so you feel a thigh knee stretch. Lower the glutes back down. Again, squeeze your glutes, press your hips to the ceiling, and then lower back down. Last time, squeeze your tush, lift your hips up, feeling a nice stretch. Lower back down and change. Hands to feet, push yourself up, head up last. Second set of half tortoise, you can do as you normally do, feet, knees together, or you can try a wide-legged child's pose. So keep your feet together, bring your knees apart, and for wide-legged child's pose, you're gonna walk yourself into it. Hands to the floor and walk forward. Good, sink your hips down. So in half tortoise pose, we have the hands together in prayer with the elbows and wrists off the floor, right? In child's pose, the arms sink down, forehead to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. This is a nice posture to do if you're ever just having like a stressful day or you don't have time for yoga, just do like a 3 to 5 minute version of child's pose. It's a really nice way to ground yourself, to stretch your body, especially when you don't have much time. Good, change. Put your hands on the floor, walk yourself back up, keep your knees wide, feet apart, and then lift your hips for second set of camel. Now you're welcome to do second set of camel with hands on your back going back, or you can try full camel where you're gonna go all the way back. Okay, to try that out, you can do what's called patty cakes. You're basically gonna bring your hands together at heart center, engage your glutes the whole time. You're gonna drop your head back and try to high five the back wall. So you're gonna bring the right hand back like you're high fiving the back wall, heel of the hand to the ceiling, fingers pointing to the floor, drop back in, left arm back, and then both arms back. So it's like patty cake, baker's man, and eventually you go all the way back. One day hands to the floor, one day forehead to toes, one day grabbing the toes. Good. If you're in regular camel, put your hands back on your lower back and push up. If you're in full camel, hands together and change. Everybody come up, knees, feet back together, hips on your heels. You're welcome to do a second set of rabbit by stretching up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down, or you can join me for shoulder stand on your back. So if you'd like to join me for shoulder stand, lie on your back with your hands underneath you, palms face the floor. We're gonna start by doing plow. So lift your legs up, toes to the ceiling, and then push your hands into the floor. Try to lift your hips up, push your arms down, try to bring your feet overhead so that one day feet touch the floor. If you'd like to try shoulder stand, bend your elbows, place your hands, palms on your lower back, and then lift your feet up towards the ceiling for shoulder stand. And if you'd like to try ear pressure pose, which is very similar to rabbit pose, lower your feet back down overhead into plow. And if your feet touch the floor, grab your heels with your hands and then pull down knees to ears, that's why we call it ear pressure pose. And this is a lot like rabbit. You're just doing it on your neck and shoulders rather than your shins. Okay. If you were doing ear pressure pose, bring your hands back down, palms face the floor, plow pose, and then slowly roll back out, hands on the floor, hips down, legs down. If you'd like to take a counter stretch from shoulder stand or plow, bring your hands back underneath you, bend your elbows, drop your head back, open the throat for fish pose. So fish pose is a nice way to counter stretch after we do plow and shoulder stand. Okay, if you're in fish pose, start by tucking your chin again, head to floor, and then release the arms up from underneath you, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So with yoga, I always just like to think of it as like we're trying different ways to move the spine in 6 directions, right? The spine moves right, left, backward, forward, twisting to each side. And we just do different ways of doing that. Maybe it's on, one leg or 2 legs or 2 arms or 1 arm or on your shoulders or on your head or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, whether you're missing a limb, whether you're, in a wheelchair, whatever it is, we can all move our spine, right? And that's like what we are trying to do is move the spine. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat and towel. We're gonna do head to knee stretching and spine twist all together. First set normal, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, no wider, so your hips are square. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. You can bend your right leg if you want to, interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot. Flex your toes back, sock your stomach in, bend your elbows down to open shoulder blade scapula. Left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll in to the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, heel to costume, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Practice the grip for standing head to knee, all 10 fingers interlaced up to the webbing under the ball of your foot. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, keep going. See if you can straighten or even lock your leg. Bend elbows down, stomach in, right hip down, right shoulder down, right elbow down, 2 shoulders in line. Good, change. Arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign, and sit up. Artichomasuna stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. Knees can stay bent to keep a straight spine. You just puff up your chest and fold forward. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, puff up your chest, and fold forward. Stomach to thighs pull, chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come up, stay seated, spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor. Touch right heel to left knee corner, point your left toes. Right arm close behind you like a second spine. Left arm up and over right knee. Grab left knee with left hand, hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance or reach around for a half bind. Try to grab left thigh with right hand. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind. I'm going to show you from the side. Bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee corner, left hand close behind you. Right arm up and over, grab right knee with right hand. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder, twist. Notice if you're leaning back and your knee is coming off the floor, try to keep spine straight, chest up with right knee on the floor. You can keep your hand behind you for balance or do the half bind. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. So we're in what's called the warm down series, right? The same way that we start with like half moon, hands to feet, chair pose, eagle pose, those things warm up the body. These last few postures are meant to like take us back down. Second set, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. You can do second set as you did first set, or I will give you some optional variations. Another version of head to knee pose. It's a little bit
more legs open, hips open, so you can have your right leg out more. Option to place your hand inside or outside of your leg and reach your left arm up overhead. Now you can stay here or slowly come down, maybe catching your right foot with one or both hands. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. It all comes back to half moon. Change, come on out, other side, left leg out, right leg in, pardon me, right leg in, left leg out. You can have your hand inside or outside, dealer's choice. Bring your right arm up overhead, drop your shoulder, and if it feels good, fold forward. So this is a really good way to stretch the outside body. Nice way to stretch the lower back. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, breathe. Good, slowly come out, keep your left leg wide, right leg wide for a wide-legged version of stretching pose. Gently activate your feet either by pointing a little or flexing a little. Stick your butt out, so you can like actively roll your butt out from behind you, put your hands on the floor, stick your butt out, puff up your chest, and go forward with a flat back. One day hands to floor, one day forearms to floor, one day going all the way down, but flat back. You want to touch your chest before your head. Good, change, slowly come up. Spine twist, I'm gonna give us a couple different options. Of course, you can do spine twist like we normally do. Second option, you can sit crisscross applesauce. Third option, you can do a half lotus with one leg straight out in front of you, other leg bent. Final option, you can do full lotus with both feet on top. From here, right hand close behind you, left hand up. Grab right knee with left hand and you're gonna push retraction. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over right shoulder twist. If you are in half lotus or full lotus, see if you can take your right hand off the floor, reach behind you, touch your right big toe with your right hand. I said that right. Touch your right foot with your right hand for a bind. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind. Other side. So if you're sitting crisscross applesauce, switch out the legs. If you're doing half lotus, switch out the legs. However, if you are doing full lotus, in pretty much every style of yoga, the right foot is always on bottom, which is kind of maddening, but that's how it goes. Other side, left hand behind you, right arm up, over, place right hand on left knee, inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back. If you can balance, take your left hand behind you and see if you can catch your left big toe with left hand for a bind. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in, exhale, look over left shoulder, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind, and if you're in full lotus, try down lotus. Catch right big toe with right hand, left big toe with left hand. So this is where all of those spine twist half binds are going, is into this moment. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. And if you think about it, right, when we did tree pose earlier and I was like, hey, you can catch your foot from behind. We don't do that in Ghosh flow or in Vishnu Ghosh, but we do that in Ashtanga style yoga. Even though that posture balancing is not in Vishnu Ghosh's lineage, the bound lotus is. So there's definitely like a lot of similarities or nuances between different styles of yoga, especially styles of yoga that repeat, such as Ashtanga or Bikram. They're all about like you do the same postures every time, right? Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. This is still a relatively new class, and I feel like I have a lot of information that I haven't fully figured out how to succinctly say. So thank you for letting me ramble from time to time. We're going to finish with 2 versions of Kapalbhati. First set, like we do always, you're going to exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, snap your belly in, right? And the inhale happens automatic. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Sit up nice and tall, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so in 26-2 style yoga, we exhale through the mouth. However, in pretty much every other style of yoga, what we're doing, what we call Kapalabhati breathing, is through the nose. So second set, if you would like to try it as other traditions of yoga do, exhale through your nose rapidly rather than your mouth. Every time you exhale through the nose, pull the abdomen in, you'll probably feel your lungs working harder, which I think is pretty cool. The idea is when the abdomen contracts and the exhale happens, the lungs also contract. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs expand, right? So you're gonna feel that a little bit more. Sometimes I can't tell what's happening, so I'll like put my hand under my nose for a second and you will feel that air coming out. Okay, sit up tall, take an inhale and begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. Oops, we ended a little late. I apologize. I should have been more vigilant of that. Okay, close your eyes, open your arms and legs. I apologize for taking more of your time, even than I normally do. So if you need to skedaddle, I totally understand. Otherwise, final Savasana. Close your eyes, open your arms and legs, and take a breath. And just appreciate the breath for what it is. Feeling your body rise and fall with your inhale and exhale. It's not a miracle, but it is miraculous. And what we do in yoga, it's not magic, but it is magical, right? That's one of the things that makes this practice so special. A little bit magical. Not magic, right? You know, it's just hard work. It's just coming, punching in your card, doing the time, right? But it becomes magical through that process. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. And all is coming.